Hello from Safonovo. This is a podcast Pigeon of Peace where we do discuss awesome skills of troubleshooters. Watch, listen, and check the description below for the details. Let's talk about Shandalophilia and let's start with the definition.
There are a lot of people who collect things. It would be post stamps, it could be buttons, it could be box of matches and so on. But it is also a huge amount of people who collect candles. And it is it's very strange to hear, but I will give you several examples. I have been to different countries, especially to Israel, and I have been to I don't know how to translate, the mountain of the гроба Господня.
The grave of the god.
The grave of the god, and there I was asked by my parents and my grandma and grandfather to buy some, I don't know how, crosses and also candles, and the price for small cross, like from two matches, it would be like $120, and small very thin candle cost like exactly maybe 80 US dollars. So I was bringing them. Then I was, for example, have been to Kuala Lumpur and have been to Park of the Orchids, and there I found a lot of different orchids made from the soap or made from the, I don't know how to say, from the wax.
Yes.
From the wax. So, for example, if there is a nice looking flower and you could put fire on it, and it will shining with the light, and it will disappear slightly. And it's very funny. But my mother suddenly says, if you will be in other country, always buy me those candles in any form of the heart, form of the chicken, form of something else. And so my mother became Shandalofilier.
And when actually there's a question that I think I probably should be asking about when we're speaking about different type of the collections. So for people who actually want to collect something, is it about like preserve the memory? Is it like the hunt instinct because you want to get like something, like something that you probably not get to see in the real life? Or maybe it's, like looking for something unusual, or maybe, like adding something that you could not really experience, whether it's like a coin, whether it's a post stamp, and learn more about the world.
It depends from maybe two axes. First X, is it shareable or not? And second, is it usable? Is it ready to use or not? For example, if you will get, I don't know the right name, or maybe I will mix it, but there is a stone cheese in Kazakhstan which is very salted. It looks like white stones. You know the name of it in Kazakhstanian? Kurt, yes. For example, if I will bring you some kurt with different colors and different forms, and even from different markers, you will be ready to eat it. Or for example, if I will bring with me, several days ago, it was a messenger from Germany, and one colleague of mine, which I was working like 30 years ago or even more, he brought me 3 small bottles of beer, very small bottles, and I would consume them because it is a very old-fashioned one. So now it is almost not produced. This is from special region. I have been working to Frankfurt, so I could consume and I could share. Second, for example, if there are some people who collect birds' eggs, and not too many guests like to see these collections because it's ugly ones, and it's not almost shareable. Or for example, some people like to collect I don't know how to say, ancient bones.
Ancient bones, yes.
Ancient bones, yes, and I have seen those collections. It's not easy to see for the broken skulls and broken teeth and so on. But some people are saying, "Come on, do you know how much it cost? It was digged somewhere in the Gobi Desert, between Mongolia and China."
Well, I do believe it's all about the story that you can share to someone. And we are going back to candles. So if we look into the landscape of the Shandalophilia, so what kind of types, like in general, there exists? Maybe it's, like could be something from modern, or again, as you also said, it could be something that belonged to someone long time ago. So hence it carries a good story behind it.
I haven't seen collections which was owned by someone very, very famous, but I have seen several kinds of. First, it's just candles from different material, different color, and even different thickness. It's okay to say толщина, thickness. Okay. Second, I have seen a lot of different special devices which was used as an alarmer. It's okay to say?
Alarm, yes.
For example, there are several which was I like a lot of. There is a candles with measurement, and this measurement means that, for example, candle when it lighted would reduce its size to the next level for 15 or for 7 minutes, and those measurements could be used, for example, to measure something. By the way, there is small candles which are now very popular and very expensive. They are 7 minutes melting time. It's okay to say?
Melting time, yes.
They were used for the port horse. It's okay to say?
Yes.
Port horse. And there is even a saying, do they have a sex? No, I haven't got the candle. So these candles were used. One candle, it was like, one fuck and one payment.
Well, it's funny and quite interesting. And when we look into different shapes of the candles, obviously, when they produce, it could be, like the classical one, it could be a thin one, but are there like any different, I would say, forms that could be taken into the candle? And again, like maybe it could also carry a story. For example, it could be like a castle, or it could be a princess, or it could be clouds, which also adds certain value.
Yes, there are several kind of candles. First, you should carry, and sometime, for example, in the monastery, you will be given a small and very thin, long candle, and also small piece of paper, and you should put them in several times, then tear off small piece, then put in the hole this candle, and carry this between your fingers, and then nothing will drop on your hand. Second kind, you will use chandelier. It's a special construction for 1, 2, 3, or for example 7, like Israeli people like to use candles, and they will be lighted at the same time, and you will have more light for example for the family. Third time, it would be so-called pirates candles. They are very thick, and it is lovely when they melted, and they will create a great structure below them. First lights which was used to put on the special I don't know how to say, колесо телеги, carriage wheel. So there is a rope, and you will use this rope to take it down. Then you will put some candles. Then you will take the rope up. You will make a knot, and it will light up the whole room.
And are there different dimensions that the person who's actually collecting the candles could consider? For example, it could be scent, it could be country of origin, it could be, I don't know, like maybe the light or maybe specific effects that the candle gives that also adds a value to the item, hence it's also going to the collection of that person.
Yes, just several kinds. First, there is so-called aroma candles, and sometimes it is a mixture of some aroma fragments with glycerin and so on, and it is almost the same material which could be used in soap. So sometimes some of this soap also could be used like a candle, but not vice versa. Second, sometimes there is a decoration inside the candle, and you could see some drawing just when it is light up. So when it is just cold one, it is not transparent, but when it is start to glow, you will see some dragons or some other stuff, Chinese one or Japanese one like them. And another one, there is a new kind of candles which would be made from small rounded parts of the wax. So you use this candle for a lot of time. There is a glass which could be filled from bucket with the small parts. Then you will put inside, I don't know how to say, fitil, firing rope.
Firing rope could be.
Okay, firing rope, and it could be used for several times. By the way, there are a lot of different way how to do the candle in the forest, but maybe we will discuss in survival skill.
Well, I definitely take a note of that. And something else that I wanted to ask, and probably I will embed this question into other issues of the which will be regarding the collection. What is the cost, or what are the mechanics or specifics of maintaining the collection? Because we deal with the different materials, it could be quite fragile, and it could be quite pity if something got broken. And again, like the more candles you have, the more weight, the more space you need. So what is the maintenance specific for those who like chandelier?
If you never have old candle, you wouldn't believe, but it is a very slow motion liquid. The same with glass. If you will disassemble a window which serve already for 100 years, and then you will make measurement on the top, on the bottom, you will find that on the bottom, in any place, the glass would be thicker. The same with candle. If the candle will lay, it also will be melted down, not completely, but very slightly. And for example, if you will put this in special подставка setups, support, and there would be some space, after several years, this candle would bend themselves to lay as low as possible. So always you should use special paper to cover it, and also, I don't know how to say, but special form which imitate the candle shape in order to preserve it.
It's very insightful. And then my last question will be how knowing about Shandalophilia could help to make this world a better place.
Now, свеча.
Candle.
Sorry. Now candles are not so often used, but anyway, even in my flat, there are a lot of candles. And the reason why several was presented by someone, and they have some special form, or even in form of letters. And several pirates one is used when I will have blackout in my room. And we are living in this apartment for 13 years, and just once it was happened, and I was using lighter, yes, зажигалка, lighter, and was proudly light all these candles.
And we reviewed the skill of Shandalophilia and how it could be helpful for you. Stay in peace.